So control of the House has flipped, and finally there is an investigation long overdue into where COVID came from. There's a hearing today on that. One of the key witnesses was former CDC Director Robert Redfield. He testified that Tony Fauci deliberately covered up the origins of the virus by silencing questions and dissent. Watch.
Is the possibility COVID-19 leaked from a lab a conspiracy theory?
Absolutely not.
No. I would say no, but also it has been approached as such.
No. Dr. Redfield, I want to stick with you. You have said before that you were locked out of conversations about the lab leak by Dr. Fauci and Dr. Collins. Do you think they kept you out of the conversations because you believe COVID-19 may have come from a lab?
Yeah, I think I made it very clear in January to all of them why we had to aggressively pursue this. They came up with a single narrative, which I will argue is antithetical to science. Science never selects a single narrative. We foster, as my colleague here just said, we foster debate. Mm-hmm. And we're confident that with debate, science will eventually get to the truth.
This will probably all get lost, and no one will ever be held accountable for destroying the U.S. economy and killing 1 million people, but the facts still matter. Jamie Metzl also testified. Metzl was one of the very first people to suggest what pretty much everyone now acknowledges is true, that this virus came from a Chinese government lab in Wuhan, and said so today at the hearings. Jamie Metzl is a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, former State Department official, joins us. Ms. Metzl, thank you so much for joining us. Is it frustrating or vindicating for you to be one of the first people who was right about something that people who should have known better lied about for 3 years?
It's both frustrating and vindicating. In early 2020, when I started looking at the evidence, and it looked pretty clear to me, not that we knew that it came from a lab, but it seemed a very, very credible hypothesis, a possibility that needed to be fully considered. It was really frustrating that it took so much to get more people to take this seriously, and now it's obviously vindicating that many people believe this to be a very serious possibility. And there was actually complete unanimity in the hearings today among the members of Congress that this was a fully viable hypothesis. I said that it's a probability and a distinct possibility. But we still have a lot more work to do. We still need to have a comprehensive investigation into pandemic origins, examining all relevant origin hypotheses so we can figure out what went wrong and address our greatest vulnerabilities so this never happens again.